Distorted voice narration. This style makes your voice sound like it's coming from another dimension. What it sounds like. Slight robotic distortion. Whisper-layered background. Slow echo. Subtle static crackles. How it works. It feels like the story is being transmitted through a broken radio. The listener feels like they are hearing something they weren't meant to hear. Best for paranormal investigations, psychological horror, cosmic horror stories, abandoned place explorations. You become more than a narrator. You become the signal. Broadcast-style narration transmission begins. This style feels like a hijacked radio broadcast or a leaked government transmission. Small blue diamond. How it opens. You start with phrases like, transmission begins. Signal locked. Listener detected. Archive recovered. It sounds like a classified warning, not a story. Why it works. People feel like they're accessing forbidden knowledge. It feels real. It feels dangerous. It feels like a secret. Case file style narration. This format makes your video feel like an official investigation file. Story structure. Case number. Location. Missing persons. Audio logs. Timestamps. Redacted information. Tone. Cold. Professional. Disturbing. You don't scream. You document. The horror comes from how serious and official it sounds. Short-form horror deep breakdown. These are perfect for facts. These feel like real disturbing facts. Example structure. Start with a hook. There is a village where people disappear, but their beds stay warm. 2 to 3 terrifying facts. Creepy final line. These are fast, disturbing, highly shareable. Horror lore quick drops. These are mini legends explained quickly. What they include: haunted objects, cursed places, demonic entities, rituals users shouldn't try. These feel like warning messages. Strange story in 1-minute format. This is a compressed horror story. Structure. Setup in 10 seconds. Rising fear in 30 seconds. Final shocking twist in 10 to 15 seconds. This makes people rewatch it again and again. How everything works together. A signal. People aren't supposed to find a library of cursed knowledge. A faceless voice in the dark. A mystery transmission station. Your identity stays hidden. Your stories grow darker. Broadcast episode. Transmission 003. City that doesn't exist. Case file episode. Case 11A. The house that breathes at night. Short form ideas. Never answer whispers at 3:17 a.m. The mirror that smiles back. This staircase appears only at night. Transmission attempting recovery. Signal integrity. 82% audio stabilized. Begin recording. Case log segment 005. Timestamp 2:17 a.m. Location. Unknown structural interior status. Investigator still inside corridor. I did not turn around. I couldn't. Because the footsteps behind me were no longer copying mine. They were walking when I stood still. A soft step. Then another. Slow. Deliberate. As if whatever was behind me had finally decided to move on its own. The childish giggle returned. But now, closer. Right at ear level. I whispered into the recorder. It's no longer synchronized. It's approaching independently. If this recording is found, do not enter. The walls pulsed. Not metaphorically. The paint literally shifted like skin. The ceiling sagged, then tightened, like a lung exhaling. And then, the lights died completely. Absolute darkness. Not the kind your eyes adjust to. The kind that presses into you. That fills your throat. That crawls behind your eyes. But in that darkness, I could see. Not with sight but with awareness. The corridor wasn't empty. It was full. Full of outlines. Full of bending silhouettes that didn't move, didn't breathe, only watched. I felt fingers brush the back of my neck. Cold. Wet. Testing. Then a whisper directly into my ear. You looked back once before. You screamed louder last time. My heart nearly stopped. Because I didn't remember that. But somewhere inside me, something did. Suddenly, the radio exploded with static. A new voice cut through. Louder. Sharper. Official. Investigator, you have been inside too long. You are no longer on our map. I stumbled forward. The corridor stretched. The outlines began to move. Not toward me. Around me. Circling. Studying. The scratching sound returned, faster now, like dozens of hands writing on the walls. Words bled through the paint. Not scratched. Pushed out from underneath the walls. They wrote only one sentence. You walked in here to hide. Not to investigate. I dropped the recorder for a second. My breath was shaking. My lungs burned. I picked it back up. I don't remember why I came in here. The corridor reacted. The walls leaned inward. The ceiling dropped lower. The space started compressing. Like the place was trying to hug me. Tightly. The childish voice was no longer playful. It turned dry. Ancient. Right behind me. I remember you. You were never trapped. You came here willingly. I felt a hot breath on my neck. Not human. Not alive. And now, you belong to the corridor. Transmission end. Signal lost. Segment 005 complete.